So I know you feel like someone needs to either die or retire to get promoted in the National Guard. Today, I'm gonna talk about the 5 things that you need to do to get promoted fast. Check it out. Before I start, there are a couple of things I wanna cover. First is vacancies and location. Now, if there are no vacancies in your MOS for the pay grade in which you wanna get promoted into, within a reasonable commute of your home of record, it's nearly impossible to get promoted. But here are a couple of things you can do. Expand your commute, change your MOS, or both. The next thing I wanna cover is the difference between advancements and promotions. Advancements is an automatic, non-competitive. An advancement is an automatic, non-competitive administrative action that takes place between the pay grade of E1 through E4. Shh, don't tell him I told you. You still need to meet the minimum requirements, however, for the automatic action to take place. Promotions, on the other hand, are both merit-based and competitive.
Number 1.
Show up. Fuck you, man. Really? Not necessary at all. Show up. We're done here? Done? All right, let's go. Yeah, that's it. Let's fucking show up. At the right place, at the right time, in the right uniform, ready to work. Work. Now listen up. Unsat participation is an actual code placed in your records when you don't do one of these things. Yeah. So if you don't show up or you're at the wrong place because you fucked up, you can be marked unsat. Not AWOL. If you're late, you can be marked unsat. Not AWOL. If you're not in the right uniform and not ready to work, you can be marked unsat until you won't fuck yourself. And remember, 1 drill day equals 2 UTAs. A typical drill weekend equals 4 UTAs. What this means is that you're getting paid the equivalent of 2 active duty days for each 1 day of drill. And at each point throughout that weekend, for each one of those UTAs, you can be marked unsat. So go ahead and rewind this and take notes. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 2.
Do more than what's expected of you. However, provide value. And when I say do more, I don't mean PMCS the Humvees, then go watch First Sergeant Vic. That doesn't count. In a month, a typical drill weekend is 2 days.
2 days.
And if you want to promote every 10 years or retire as a specialist, then go ahead, do the bare minimum. But don't expect to be competitive when the promotion list comes around. If you want to get promoted ahead of your peers, do more. To give you an example, I've seen promotion lists where the difference between the number 1 and number 5 soldier was 10 points.
10 points!
And guess what? The APFT was a huge contributor to that calculation. If you're one of those soldiers that like to do the bare minimum to get 60% and then stop at each event, that's not gonna cut it. My first few years in the military, I thought 70% was the bare minimum to pass. Now I tell my soldiers to make 80% the bare minimum. 100%, however, is what we should all be striving for. However, if you're not there yet, try 80. I guarantee you'll be competitive. And earlier I mentioned about providing value. Well, try this. Form a group of soldiers in your unit who struggle on the same APFT event as you. Commit to each other to show up 1 hour before drill every month. Use that time to train and teach each other techniques that you're using to improve in that event. Challenge each other between drills. By doing that, you'll all improve your APFT while providing value to your unit, your command team, and your battle buddy. That's leadership, and that's value. Now that's value.
What's going on? Number 3.
Number 3 is simple. Communicate your goals. For you to qualify for the next rank, you need to do stuff and know things. Yeah, I just said that. As a leader, how am I supposed to know what you want to achieve if you don't tell me? If you came up to me and you told me you want to be a sergeant major, the first thing I'll tell you will be to sign up for schools. Now, there are tons of programs out there where you can complete a degree over a long period of time by taking 1 to 2 classes a semester. If you want to be a sergeant major, you better have a degree. There are also a few other things that you can do to help you achieve your goals, such as volunteer for Soldier of the Year Board, be an individual augmentee to another unit's mission, or an overseas training mission. Remember that progression is a pyramid, and there are many little steps to get there. And there's only one person at the top.
Number 4.
Be available, be prepared, however, be honest. Now in the previous step, I talked about communicating your goals. The next step to that is communicate your availabilities. Let's say your goal was to go to airborne school.
Say what?
Never mind that your unit has never had a slot. What you also need to tell them is when you're available. Remember, on a typical month, we're soldiers for 2 days, which means that the other 28 days we need to secure employment, continue education, and provide for our families. So it's critically important you let your leadership know when you're available. Also, let them know how much lead time you need to take advantage of an opportunity during those times that you're available. I've seen soldiers given opportunities over their peers simply because they were effective communicating their availability. Now remember, be available, be prepared. You also need to be prepared, which means that you need to maintain physical fitness and have your paperwork in order. The last thing your AGR wants to do is jump through hoops to give you an opportunity. And the final step to this is be honest. If you're not physically fit, if your paperwork is not in order, let your leadership know. But also communicate with them what you're doing to improve. That way they can guide you to help you get your shit straight. The more opportunities you take, the more opportunities you'll get. It's a snowball effect.
Number 5.
Don't fuck up. All right, we gotta be done, right? Yeah, I mean, know that not only the stuff that you do during drill, but the stuff that you do between drills can significantly impact your ability to promote. I can't tell you how many times I've seen soldiers get DUIs, domestic violence, and other criminal activities, where today should be a senior NCO, and instead are still fighting for junior positions. Now they're phenomenal soldiers and phenomenal leaders, but because of one minor mishap, there's nothing I can do. Keep your nose clean and do the right thing, and you'll be good to go. All right, we're done, right? For sure, now we're done. Haha, just kidding. All right, I know I told you 5, but here are a few honorable mentions.
Number 6.
Reach out to your counterparts. Reach out to soldiers in other units at your rank or the next rank up and see what they're doing that you should be doing. Remember, you'll ultimately be vying for the same job.
Number 7.
Learn from every active duty opportunity. The best way to know what you should know that you don't know yet is to learn from someone who does it every day. To know what I know that you do know. If your attitude is, I know what I know, then I don't know why you're watching this. Just saying.
Number 8.
Now this is for line unit soldiers. I started in a line unit, I'm currently in a line unit, and I'm a line unit soldier, period. However, some of my best learning opportunities came for the 1 year that I deployed with battalion and some of the time that I spent a brigade before that. As an SCO, if you don't know what you should know, you won't be able to navigate through the system. All you'll do is complain, and ultimately, you're useless. A good way to learn how to navigate through the system is to spend some time in headquarters. That way, when things don't add up, you can call bullshit on it and provide a solution. And remember, if you want to become an E8, you will be rotating through headquarters.
Don't fight it.
And as an E9, that's ultimately your permanent home.
Don't fight it.
All right, everyone, thank you for hanging in there for my 5 plus bonus 3 things that you need to know to get promoted fast. So it's not an all-inclusive list. However, this will definitely get you started in the right direction. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Check out my references and more information in the descriptions. Finally, subscribe to this channel and follow us on Facebook. And let's continue this conversation. Thank you.
Work, 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 work.
To death.
Say what?